With over 500 fish in 15 tanks throughout the house, Jennifer is a massive lover of fish. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Mike.
Lovely to meet you.
Let me show you my fish.
Oh, they're beautiful. Actually, let's crouch down and see them a little bit better. Have you named them all?
Oh, no. There's a myth that says that if you name your fish that they'll die. So I never do that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, could you at least tell us the species of the fish you've got?
Yeah, so this tank is an Amazon tank, and it has all Amazon fish in it.
Very exciting.
So these fish here are discus, and they're the king of fish. And those fish there are pencil fish, and they swim at that funny angle like that because they like to camouflage in weeds and reeds, and so they just sit there hiding like that. Those ones up at the top are hatchet fish, and you can see they have that funny angle looking like a hatchet.
And those shiny blue ones, what are they?
Those are cardinal tetras, and they swim in thousands and thousands in the Amazon rivers.
And I see a fish that's not dead, is it?
No, that's a red whiptail, and they like to sit really stationary and hide unless they're feeding.
All these fish, over 500, are worth anywhere between what, $5 and...
$200 I think is my most expensive fish, but don't tell anyone that.
Okay, Jennifer, let's play a game. Which fish will make me rich? Is it A, the Dr. Seuss soapfish named for its crazy colours? B, the gem tang, a fish from the same family as Dory from Finding Nemo? Or C, the Clarion angelfish, a super rare fish found only in coral reefs? The answer is A, the Dr. Seuss soapfish, which can only be found on the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean with a starting price of $6,000.
Come through here and have a look at another tank that I have.
Okay, wow, this one's massive. So what's the difference between this tank and the other tank?
Well, this is a 6-foot tank, and it's full of fish that are from the South Pacific.
Right.
So there's Australian and New Guinea rainbow fish.
I hear you've also got catfish and loaches. What's the difference between them and a normal fish?
Right, well, the catfish, they have sort of a different behavior. They like to eat scrub things off the wood and off the plants and rocks and stuff like that, and they hide away in the wood. And the loaches, they like to live in a big group, and they're sort of like little catfish that eat along the bottom, and they sort of fulfill that same role in Asia. They live in big groups and they hoover up stuff that falls to the bottom. I also breed fish.
Just when we thought you couldn't love fish anymore.
Yeah, I enjoy the challenge of breeding fish. I like to breed species that are kind of difficult to breed or unusual, and it's really fun to make sure that they're happy and healthy enough to breed.
Jennifer's top 3 fish tips. Tip number 1, make sure you know what your fish eat. Some eat vegetables and some are carnivores. Tip number 2, set up a good environment for your fish, making sure the tank is as large as you can get. A larger body of water is much more stable. And tip number 3, do your research. Don't rush to buy, find out about the fish you want to keep and see what their requirements are. Jennifer, thank you so much for your time today. Seriously, did not know how cute fish were until today.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Mike. Fish are a great hobby. They're so much fun and they look great. So I hope it sparked an interest.
Yeah, might even get myself a tank.
Which makes the people